Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
And we welcome you inside the Powassan Sportsplex this evening for North Bay U18 Trappers Hockey on your TV and the Frontline Broadcast YouTube channel. And it should be a good one. For the first time, we're doing a Trappers game without the U18 Nickel Capitals, but it is the U16 Nickel Capitals that we're here for. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Chris Dawson. And before we bring him in for our pregame show, why don't we take it through our pregame show right now?
The pregame show is brought to you by La Huerta Imports, family owned and operated since 1995. Visit lahurtaimports.com for more details.
And it is our pregame show as mentioned, and this is Chris Dawson, who joined me for the second of a back-to-back a couple of weekends ago now with the North Bay Trappers. So Chris, welcome back to the front line, and should be a good one here this evening in Powassan.
Yeah, it should be. I know that the Trappers kind of handed it to the U18s, beating them 5-1, 7-1, and 6-0. And this U16 team actually dropped a 4-1 decision to the U18 Sudbury team. But I hate to go look at that type of thing and figure that all of a sudden it's going to be an easy game, because I don't think so. There's a lot of good young, skilled players on this team that are probably going to get their names called in the OHL priority in 2023. So I think it'll be an exciting game. More speed than we would have seen with Sudbury, which was more about the physicality.
So with that, we will get our anthems here first, and then we'll talk about players to watch on the other side of this.
Players to Watch is brought to you by Mike the Financial Advisor. If you have financial questions, he has financial answers. On Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Mike the FA. Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items, or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great.
And we welcome you back inside, and as you heard at the beginning of that, it's our players to watch feature. So Chris, take us through who are your players to watch.
I've had an opportunity to watch the U16 Sudbury team play the U16 Trappers, so it's only one viewing that I've had, but one of the players that really stood out to me is number 77, Max Campbell. He's their one key offensive player. He's their leading scorer and a guy that's on the lists of a lot of OHL scouts, so he's definitely a guy that the Trappers are going to want to contain. And on the other side with the Trappers, I'm going to go with number 22, Caden Cowell. He's been a beast. Played a lot of third line for the U16 last year. Didn't get drafted. Didn't get taken by in the OHL Cup NOHA All-Star team. But boy, oh boy, he's had a really good start to this year. Big, physically strong forward, and he's a pleasure to watch play in the wing tonight. And you got to watch for him.
Definitely proving a lot of people wrong by not taking him on that team NOHA last season. As mentioned, he was pretty good at that weekend or a couple of weekends ago in that back-to-back against Sudbury. We're going to have a penalty off the hop here quickly, and that'll be the whistle there as we get an interference call 15 seconds into the game. I believe that's going to go after Sudbury.
Yeah, it looks
it looks like Gravel, just from his body language.
That looks like Gravel going off, and so we'll see the Sudbury power play in motion. So got a few crafty little foot there, and there you see Bertrand is a really another crafty forward. He had 2 goals in that game in North Bay a couple weeks ago, a 7-6 win. Campbell playing the point on the power play, so kind of tells a story.
Shot comes in, and that's Mike Perkart. The first time the front line seen Mike Perkart this year in net, as we saw Mike McIver making the start in both those games a couple of weekends ago against the U18 Nickel Capitals. So what can you tell us about Mike Perkart?
You know what? He's a big body goalie, another kid who has a lot to prove that wasn't on the NOHA All-Star team that went to the OHL Cup, but big body, almost 6'3", plays a very calm game, and that's what he takes pride in. Was sick actually the last weekend when the Trappers had that head-to-head, so that's why we saw Mike McIver twice. So, but he played had a solid couple of games in Kingston at the Clash at the YGK last weekend.
We'll talk a little bit more about that as they walk in, take the shot on Perkart, but as Perkart was coming off his post, he knocked the net off its mooring. So we're still just under a minute played, a minute 19 left on the power play. And Sudbury, they're kind of, North Bay is giving Sudbury a lot of daylight down low where they're able to just kind of almost walk out. That's the second time we've seen that on Perkart.
Yeah, you know what? Like I said, it's a respect. You know, they beat the older team pretty handily 3 times. They should not take this team for granted. This is Carrier. I loved watching him. He's a real shifty defenseman, kind of like the Cale Makar type. So he's a guy to watch tonight as well.
Puck comes in, and the Trappers are just going to move that one down the ice. We will keep you updated on the Voodoo's score as well, as they were in Hearst this evening on a 3-game road trip through the north. Last I saw, they're up 1-0 on Hearst early. We're on a goal by Reese Smetham, so we're used to doing some Voodoo's games here at the Sportsplex. Not so much the Trappers as Carrier, the player you just talked about, brings it in, gives it to Bell. The puck comes out front, and it's back out to the point. Shot comes in, the Capitals miss the net. A shifty little move, and they get the puck in and pass Perkart. And quickly, it's a 1-0 lead for the Nickel Capitals here on the power play.
Cameron Vekla goes into the dirty area to get that puck, and like I said, this is a younger team against an older team, a team that's probably gonna, I say the U18 Sioux, which has a bunch of 07s as well on the team, and the Trappers are probably the 2 top teams this season in the Great North League. But they're just they can't take this team lightly at all.
No, anything can happen. It's like as we saw last night in the World Series, anything can happen, Chris? So
certainly, for sure.
Another shot comes in. Perkart with the solid save, and he needed that one to keep that one a 1-0 game. And
he's made a couple. You know what, Mikey's been put under fire so far. This Sudbury team putting on some pressure, and now there's no excuse. It's 5-on-5 now. Yeah,
and these Trappers, playing a little short-handed, playing with 2.5 lines up front and 2 full pairings on defense, but 5 D-men altogether. And as we get back underway here, the puck dumped in. Bradley's going to go after, but it'll be Boys that gets to it first. Lefebvre, the battalion prospect, winning the puck battle along the boards, trying to find Dawson in the middle of the ice, but that one's going to go past his reach, and they're going to get it back down into the Trappers' zone. Sudbury going for a quick change as they get the puck up into the neutral zone. No one there for it, though, as Lefebvre goes after Carrier. Puck back out through the neutral zone, down the ice, and look at some wheels there. That's Urso, who was able to beat the Trappers to the puck, but the Trappers able to get that one back to the blue line, but no further. Grayson Bradley dumps that one in. It's going to hit the stick of Boys, and Boys is going to go and find that one behind his net. Puck comes back out to the point. Shot comes in. Didn't hit Perkart, as it hit a body in front. Looked like it hit Campbell's legs. But we're going to get a stoppage and play regardless, and Perkart's going to go for some maintenance on his pads.
Yeah, a little bit nice stop there, I guess. Fortunate play for Perkart as the officials lost track of that puck because it was sitting there ready for a rebound. But like I said, this is a quick Sudbury team, and the Trappers can't take this for granted. And there's no real excuse. I know they are playing shorthanded, but this is their only game this weekend. So
yeah, a little bit of a lighter schedule for the Trappers this weekend compared to the last couple. As the Trappers now have some possession. Looking to get their wheels under them, but they pass up to Cowell, hits his skates, and goes back into their zone. Big hit along the boards by the Trappers bench, and the Trappers regain possession. Trying to get it up.
That's the one part that they, this younger quick team, they got to be physical with them, and that's that type of intimidation will probably, benefit the Trappers, to use a little bit more of their muscle, because they certainly have the skill as well.
Nice little move there in the corner for the Trappers, and they come in quickly, and that's a save by Marson. His first chance against in this one as the puck comes out to the neutral zone for Anello. Nello
Didn't
goes
see
cross
Marson.
ice.
It was Mateo Bates. I believe Marson was in goal for a 3-2 victory on the first Friday of the Great North U18 season. So this will be my first chance seeing Marson in black. Goalie in black.
Got some nice looking pads down there. I don't know why more goalies don't go the black route and really mess with the player's eyesight. You know, when they shoot the puck and you might not see the rebound sitting there because of all the black rubber and the black pads. Puck comes out front. Marson was looking for that one, but it never got to him. Now Boys knocks down his man, goes after the puck, but is quickly back out. And Boys the forward, as we talked about a couple of weekends ago.
Two brothers,
yes. Gravel up the ice. Looking out front. He just walks that one in. Fresh off a little affiliated action with the Powassan Voodoos there earlier this week. And now it's going to be Vekala, the goal scorer, who just dumps that one in, and Sudbury's going to go for a quick change. Bradley goes up ice. Nice stretch pass to Caleb Dawson, and he just gets taken off the puck. Puck now back into the Trappers' possession as they get a little bit of pushback here after a little bit of a sloppy start. Shot comes in. Marson makes the shoulder save on that one and catches the rebound and is able to get a stoppage in play. So we're just over 5 minutes played in this one. Sudbury has a quick 1-0 lead on the power play in the first couple of minutes of this one as well. So the North Bay Trappers just on their heels a little bit to start, but it looks like they're getting their legs under them now. Puck into the neutral zone, touches a high stick. Well, that's okay as the Sudbury players touched it, so their play will go on. Russo, the captain out there, along with Dawson. Gives it to Thomason. Thomason hitting the boards hard. He's going to try and go after the puck with Bertrand, but he's going to win that battle on the boards. But instead, it's going to be Sudbury who knocks that one down for McGill to go after. McGill playing the body. Comes away with the puck. Big body for this Trappers team. And Dawson will chase after it in the corner. You don't really notice the height change for Caleb Dawson really till you see him out there against these guys. He's got about 1.5 feet on some of them, Chris.
Yeah, a few of the kids, the Bradleys look like pretty big characters out here.
Trappers looking for some options. Is that
Jacob McGill, another one that towers over a lot of the U16 Sudbury players.
And there's a shot from McGill that comes in, and Marson didn't find that one. And now Bradley's going to get the clearing attempt. And he's just going to hold on and try and settle things down a little bit, but the puck is back to McGill, who takes the shot.
That just barely missed. That was a nice shot by
He had Marson completely fooled on that one for sure. Puck back to Cowell as now the Trappers really putting some pressure on here. Back out to Cowell. A bit of a board play there on the near side half wall, but it's back out to Boys. And Boys just calms things down, gets it back up to the neutral zone for Bradley. Cowell going cross ice, and the shot attempt comes in, but it's blocked. And over the net, Cowell in the corner. He's hit hard, and then the Trappers start throwing some bodies around. Russo to Cowell, but it's back out to the blue line for McGill. McGill takes the shot, or rather Boys, that is. And that one's blocked, and now we see a bit of rough stuff there as Dabowski went after Anello and Cowell, and the referee's quick to put the whistles up for that one.
Looks like we're going to get Perkar went to the bench. I don't know if there was a delayed penalty there.
Yeah,
it looks
there
like
is.
Dabowski's going off, but I think it looks like Bradley is as well.
Yeah, so
Well, good thing they called it down when they did, because if Mikey might have just been going again if he was going to the bench.
Yeah. Oh my, that would have been something else, eh?
5-on-5.
Coincidentals on this one. The puck comes in quickly. Marson stops that one. And the Trappers once again keep it in. Boys loses the handle on it. And his brother coming in for support. Boys in the slot, takes the shot. It's blocked by a body in front and knocked down. Another quick shot by Bradley. And that one's stopped by Marson and some traffic in front. And then we're going to get a delayed penalty. It'll be going against Sudbury this time, so North Bay will be on the power play after all. After some frantic action there in front of Marson's net, Chris.
Yeah, the Trappers starting to move the puck quickly. I think that's one of the key things. Coach Sanders said he wants to make sure the team stays within its structure. You know, they played against a lot of good teams in Kingston, including the York Lions, which was a really good, quality team that they lost 1-0 in the quarterfinals to. And, they just got to keep playing their game, move the puck quickly, because otherwise this team's going to burn you.
Dawson over to Russo. Back to his partner Cowell, and he took a shot, but Marson had to speed good on that one as Bell trying to single-handedly bring his way into the Trappers zone, and Nello knocks around for Lefebvre. Lefebvre, who had a pretty good weekend a couple of weekends ago, skates the puck in, but that'll be a delayed offside call going against Dawson, who was just a step ahead of Lefebvre. So, Chris, I got to ask you, you've seen him on this ice surface before. You saw him in Powassan Green earlier in the year. But as a father and as a general manager, what's it like watching Caleb Dawson out here on the Powassan VD's home ice?
It's pretty special, obviously. Last game he played here, he scored the overtime winner that you called, in my mind, a classic goal. So
it was a nice goal.
Yeah, overtime, off the post, comes out the center for a breakaway. But he's had a really good summer. He's gotten big and strong, a lot stronger, courtesy of Logan Baker, who does a great job with off-ice stuff with a lot of local players. And it's exciting to see him grow. And 4 goals in 3 regular season games here, and he had a pair in the opener in the YGK tournament. So off to a good start, but it's been fun this year for sure.
I'm just saying, Caleb has a goal scoring streak for whenever I call games, so got to keep that one going up.
Until you mentioned it, right?
That's exactly it. If he doesn't score, I'll take the heat for it for sure. Sudbury dumps that one down. We're under a minute left on the power play, but as we mentioned on our Voodoo's broadcast, it's almost impossible to tell how much time there is on the power play as there's a big post in front as the puck comes up, and Dawson was right there, and it's because of what I said, Chris. He's offside.
He's jinxed, yeah.
I'm taking the heat. I'll take the heat.
It's coming all the way down, too.
He can fire some shots in my head when we're in your ice box there in North Bay at some point.
Just to interrupt, usually when we talk about guys, they score goals. So,
yeah,
so we'll see how the day turns out before we shoot pucks at Courtney's head, although I'm down to do that either way.
Ben Long, always great to hear, does a great job of broadcasting and also filling in and adding his icing here.
Yeah, as Lefebvre tries to plead his point, yes, Mr. Ben Long, I don't want him taking shots at me, though. He's known me far too long. So just a quick update for games going around. The Voodoos, after 20 minutes of play, still up 1-0. And in North Bay, the Nipissing Lakers, their game, the Lady Lakers, is scoreless after 1 period as well. So
they're off to a great start, 3-0 on the season for Darren Turcotte's Lakers.
Yeah, and talk about a program there, considering how new it is and already competing and being the second-ranked team in Canada in the OUA and whatnot, so it's just special to watch. As Boyes tries to dump the puck down, Lefebvre picks it up.
Love Jesse Lefebvre. He likes to separate the player from the puck.
He really does enjoy that, playing the Brad Marchand role for sure, as he just goes in there and tries to throw the body a little bit, but that's Pripik that gets away with it. Puck down to Gravel. Gravel falling to his knees, takes the shot.
Oh, what a save!
What a save indeed by Marson. Marson making a few good saves in this period, as now for the last 5 minutes or so, it's been all North Bay. Ice decidedly tilted to one end of the rink. Marson just plays that off to his defenseman. Carrier. Bit of a shifty move, as you said, behind the net. Tries to go up ice. Bradley now just going to send that one down, but it'll be too high and it'll be off the netting. And that'll be another stoppage in play. So 9:30 here left in the first period, Chris.
Yeah, Jordan Chichu's, I can tell he's telling his guys, move the puck quickly. Don't let them use their body and their physicality to their advantage. Move the puck quickly. Use your strength, or use your strengths, and their strength is the transition game and their speed.
As we saw in the first few minutes, it was definitely a strength. Scoring quickly on a power play, and then kind of putting North Bay on their heels a little bit, but ever since then it's been North Bay as Gravel skating in. Leaves the puck for Cowell. Cowell takes a shot, but it's blocked down by Marson. Gravel stealing the puck now. Gets the puck out to Cowell. Cowell goes back to his defenseman. Anello takes a shot. It's blocked down. Marson can't get a stop on that one as he's just throwing every limb he can at it, and somehow the puck stays out. Powassan pinches, gets the puck out front, but it can't get to Gravel before Bradley's able to keep the puck in.
Good effort by Grayson Bradley to keep that puck in.
For sure. Boys, back to Gravel. Gravel looks like he was almost having his way with Carrier there, just knocking them all around. No call coming on that one. Bradley. Dipsy doodles by Bell up to Cowell. Cowell takes the shot, and it's right on Marson for the stop on that one. And for someone like Gravel, who earlier this week's playing against, stiff competition with the French River Rapids at the junior A level, I've asked a lot of the battalion players who've gone up to NHL camps how much slower the OHL feels coming back from NHL camps. How much slower do you think this feels for him after playing a game in junior A?
I think there's definitely an adjustment to it. But hopefully, the adjustment means that you can, the experience, like I say about the players, even getting a chance to practice with bigger, stronger players, ends up being a benefit when you come back down and play. I know some people say that it's difficult. Sometimes it's more of a mental one for the fact that, you're hoping you are going to play or stay up with the team, much like, some of the battalion players would have hoped maybe to make the NHL team. But here, you know what I mean? I think it's just a matter of, getting a chance to play against the bigger and stronger players ends up making you bigger and stronger is definitely what the goal of it, should be in the long run.
I don't know about you, but calling that game Wednesday, I thought Gravel had a pretty good game for him.
Oh, he did. He had a very good game. Had a number of really good chances too. So
big
Trappers
win.
mixing some stuff up here. He'd have Jesse Lefebvre actually playing center now with the only 9 players, or pardon me, 8 forwards right now. Justin Russo missed 2 days of practice this week because of the flu. So. Being one of the 2 centermen, I think Doug probably wasn't really think that with a guy who missed 2 games of practice to get double shifted probably isn't the best bet. So see Jesse Lefebvre getting in that center a little bit.
Lots of ice time, as we mentioned. Only 2.5 forward lines here for the Trappers. There goes a Trapper player getting tripped up on the far side of the ice, kind of covering up the puck. We saw Paul Christopoulos in the battalion game against London last night get called for a penalty for covering the puck, and now it'll be a hand pass, which resulted in a 14-second 6-on-3 power play for the London Knights.
Yikes.
Yeah, it was a little nerve-wracking watching that one as they pulled the goalie. So it would have been a 5-on-3, but it was 6-on-3 with the goaltender gone. And the joke going around is, do you think the OHL is trying to give the game to London at that point? But the battalion were able to prevail. They'll be in Guelph tomorrow, just speaking of North Bay sports. Russo, as mentioned, throwing his body around after battling the flu, as Bradley nearly loses it, and he does. Vekala, the goal scorer, gets it to Bertrand. Bertrand takes the shot, and Perkart had to be good on that one. Rebound coming in. Might have hit Perkart in front. And after not getting any action for about 5 minutes or so, Perkart had to be quick on 2 quick chances. Up to Boys. Boys dumping it in for Cowell. Cowell now losing the handle on it. And that would be Navarro who gets it around. Instead, Gravel comes in. He takes the body, falls down. And now some tough play in the far end is McGill, who we didn't see a couple of weekends ago coming out. Now it's a 2-on-1 here for Sudbury. Shot coming in, and that's another goal for Sudbury, as that's Colson Bell picking up the goal on that one on the 2-on-1. Kind of looked off his partner and was able to get it past Perkart. So again, 2-0 lead for Sudbury here with 6 minutes left in the first period.
Well, we talked about the transition game and the speed, and that's what they did. They created the turnover, went in on a 2-on-1, and made them pay,
They did, and again, after being on their heels for most of the last 10 minutes, Sudbury getting opportunistic, and what can you say now about some of those saves from Marson, how big they might seem? As the puck now back behind the net as the Trappers press the attack again. Russo
Bell, actually, interestingly enough, he was cut from the U18 Greyhounds.
Oh, wow.
And he's a Sault Ste. Marie player and playing on this U16 team. He was actually looking at the two options. Which U16 team should I go to, North Bay or Sudbury? And I guess he obviously decided Sudbury, being geographically closer, obviously, than North Bay. Than North Bay is from the Sioux. So, but a real nice goal and a real nice looking player too.
Yeah, it's about 3.5 hours as there's an offside call coming into the Sioux instead of 4.5, 5 from North Bay. So I mean, and that highway on a good day is not a great highway. So
yeah, it is. It can be not as bad as the northern route, but
looked pretty bad there a couple of days ago near Temagami from some of the stuff I was looking on Facebook.
Oh yes.
But don't want to get stuck in that as Bradley now carries it in, takes the shot. Marson kicks that one away. Lefebvre taking the body, gets the puck in deep. And the Trappers are going to go back and play the cycle game as Bradley sends it back in for Gravel. As we mentioned, changing things around now. Gravel and Dawson out there together with Lefebvre. Everybody's going to play a lot tonight. Dawson taking off the puck. Campbell, your player to watch for Sudbury, tried to get the puck out, but he couldn't.
Nice physicality there.
And the physicality gets the puck down the ice, but it will go for icing.
Carter Makasoff showing his pushing around Dawson, 6'2" and 170 pounds. So Mr. Makasoff, doing a pretty good job as a U16 defender against the U18s here.
And that's the thing about the Sudbury team is, yeah, they're U16 against the U18 team. They're not going to let a U18 team, intimidate them, and that's something that's been admirable so far. Puck goes around as that was Vlad sending that one around, but the puck quickly came out to the point with another shot coming in. Cowell over skates the puck, and now going up the ice is Bertrand. Bertrand takes a shot. Perkart grabs that one in the chest and stops that one. And now we have another stoppage in play here with 4:13 left in the first period. 2-0 Sudbury leads. And Chris, we talked about it a little bit, or we teased it a little bit, as we'll get your thoughts on the next whistle about that tournament down in Kingston. And we'll just wait till the next whistle as the shot comes in and it's blocked. And again, blocked by Thomason, and the puck goes down into the neutral zone. Vlad settles things down a little bit, looks across ice. His defense partner, they try to get out to Cardinal. Instead it comes out to Bell. Bell loses it to Thomason, and Cowell tries to knock that one in. Sudbury now with some pushback at getting some legs under them after scoring that second goal. And it comes out to Navarro. And sends it up ice. Fanning on the pass attempt there. But North Bay able to get away with that one as that was Cowell. Not giving it away yet. Cowell dumps that one in, and Vlad's going to pick that one up first. Getting a little chippy here as well by the benches. As these two teams getting into that North Bay Sudbury rivalry. McGill knocking it up ice for Russo. And Russo comes away with the puck, tries to get it out front. It's kicked aside by the Trappers player. Dawson, back to Boys. Bradley dumps that one in. And Sudbury will be first to that one. Navarro going around the ice. Almost Carrier sends it back to Navarro. Back up to Vekala. Vekala and Curry mixing it up a little bit. Now the puck goes down the ice. And Sudbury's going to be the first on that one before North Bay is able to knock that one aside. Russo loses the handle on it to Vekala. And Boys picks it up as Sudbury tried to get the puck back in. 2:30 left in the period. And that's a giveaway out front. And that's going to result in another goal as Campbell on the giveaway behind the net gets the puck out front and beats Perkart for the third goal of the game. And there you go, Chris, your player to watch for Sudbury, burying one there.
Yeah, you know what? Way too nonchalant behind the net. The two defenders there really, I know you're behind the goal line and there's not a lot of scoring chances, but no sense of urgency there, moving that puck, and way too casual, and then it cost the Trappers right there.
You know what that reminded me of? It reminded me of Jake Gardner against Boston in Game 7 a couple of years ago, where he just no-look passed it out front to Boston almost. And my goodness, I know it's Halloween night and I'm wearing a Leafs jersey and I came as a disappointment, but I didn't expect to be mentally scarred by the Leafs here tonight. Puck comes out to the neutral zone, is sent in, 2 minutes left on the clock now in this period. Thomason battling for it, gives it to Lefebvre. Lefebvre tries to chip it up to Dawson, but it just was out of his reach, and Sudbury's going to send that one back in. Lefebvre gets it in. Now we're going to get another stoppage in play here, as it looks like we're going to get a penalty to Dawson now, who will go into the box. He doesn't look all that happy. Knocking down that Tony R sign.
Yeah, it's. I think the Trappers are really having a tough time, believing this is what's happening right now. I think they came in, very confident, had a really good tournament last weekend in Kingston, and to be losing like this in the first period against Sudbury is, I think they're having a tough time,
tough time
realizing.
believing it. As that puck comes out to Carrier, and now we'll see Sudbury on their second power play. They're already 1 for 1 in the game as McGill sends that one down the length of the ice. Minute 30 left on the power play. Yeah, a bit of a tough situation here as we'll see the period end with a power play for Sudbury unless unless Sudbury does pot a goal. Puck sent out to the blue line for Carrier. He tries to get past Russo, but he can't. Either way, it's knocked back in by Sudbury before North Bay sends that one back down into the Sudbury zone. Marson leaving it to Vlad. Vlad behind his net, just letting his troops get ready to go. Gets the puck up ice. It's out of the reach for Sudbury. And North Bay sends it down, maybe in a fortuitous bounce a little bit as it hit the linesman, but boys can't make anything happen. Up to Bertrand. Bertrand walks that one into the zone, and as his shot hits Thomason, it's knocked over the glass. And yes, Chris, before the end of the period, just get your thoughts there on the clash in the YGK in Kingston there last weekend. North Bay with a bit of a strong showing.
Yeah, well, they ended up getting a tough break on Sunday morning. Ended up having to play North York when they thought they were going to play Niagara, and North York, real strong team, as we mentioned. They lost 1-0 in that quarterfinal game, so tough break for them. But they had a couple wins, and it was a decent showing for them. I know they wanted to get further than just the quarterfinals, but they were definitely competitive, and North York was one of the best teams, I think, in the province. So
good showing for sure, but like you said, North York, those teams from the GTA always seem to put to ice really good teams. 15 seconds.
Four OHL picks the second round. Their goalie who got the shutout, second rounder. So
yeah, that'll definitely do it. 6 seconds left on the clock. The puck goes in for Bradley, who just tries to ice this one here, and that'll do it here for the first period. Again, 3-0 lead for Sudbury after 20 minutes of play. Sudbury will have a 5-second penalty to start the second on the penalty given to Dawson. And it's going to be a bit of a hill for North Bay, who really dominated the main part of that period, though, play-wise.
Yeah, you know what? It was a transition game for Sudbury, and they capitalized on their opportunities. And give credit to Nick Marson. I mean, he had his blocker and catcher on. I saw him in warm-ups here about an hour and a half before the game. He had his blocker and catcher on, and he looked fired up. And he's definitely playing like he's fired up, and made some really good saves in that first period.
Good saves indeed, and so far it's resulted in a 3-0 lead for Sudbury. Will the Trappers be able to come back? Will Sudbury continue their dominance? We'll find out on the other side. As always, keep your eye on the front line.
This period is brought to you by Canadore Alumni Perks. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks for more information.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay, to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
Tonight's broadcast is Average Joe's Eatery and Patio.
And we're back inside the Powassan Sportsplex for North Bay U18 Trappers Hockey, who find themselves down 3-0 after the first period to the Sudbury U16 Nickel Capitals. Shot comes in. I'm Courtney Kenny with a big rebound out front. And Marson
How did that not go in?
somehow keeps that one out of the net. Oh my goodness, looking like Dominic Hasek out there, Chris, as he swims around in his crease. As I was going to say, I'm Courtney Kenny, he's Chris Dawson. It's 3-0 here, almost 3-1 early in this period, but Marson, oh my goodness. Chris, you ever make a save like that?
Real good desperation save there by Marson, and it looks like there's going to be a penalty, and the Trappers are going to try to pick up where Sudbury did it. They're going to get an opportunity, an early period power play, and that's how things got started for Sudbury, and North Bay's hoping to emulate that here to start the second period.
A period that North Bay really kind of dominated for stretches in that first period, but they still find themselves on the wrong end of a 3-0 game as the pass comes out cross real hot for Lefebvre to handle, and now it's Anello being harassed by 2 Sudbury players with Bertrand.
Bertrand was a game changer in the game against the U16 Trappers. He scored a shorthanded goal that kind of changed the game when Sudbury was down 4-2. So he's not afraid to be very aggressive on the power play, and as you saw there, 2 forwards ended up going at Anello on the PK.
Boys gets it back to Dawson. Dawson to the blue line. And their attempt goes wide. And now it's back down the length of the ice now for North Bay to chase after. And that'll kill some time here on the power play as Anello goes to get the puck behind the net. Anello looking up ice. And quickly North Bay gets it to the blue line for Cowell. And the puck's off his body. And then it goes by Gravel, who plays the body instead. North Bay with possession, fanning on the shot, and going the other way now is Lebrecht. Lebrecht looking for some options, but he can't quite get it as Anello picks it up, and then a good stick there by Lebrecht knocks it away from Anello before he gets the puck back. Anello cuts through the middle of the ice, up to the neutral zone, dumps it in. North Bay 0 for 1 on the power play in this game so far. As now a stick got stuck in the door of where the Zamboni comes out.
That happened last on Wednesday night as well.
As the Voodoo's play here, as Cowell takes a shot and good save by Marson.
Another nice save by Marson.
Yeah, but I don't think you were out yet, but the one game, the door was up at the end of the game and fell. Yes, and they had to come in the next day and go fix the door. Yeah.
So
they couldn't get the Zamboni out. If that's not Northern Ontario hockey rinks, I don't know what it is. So North Bay in danger of going 0 for 2 on the power play here. Under a minute left on the man advantage as Lefebvre goes after the puck, and Russo tries to come out front with it. You're starting to think it's going to take a miracle to beat Marson the way he keeps the puck out of the net in this one. Back to 5-on-5 now. McGill goes cross ice to Bradley. Bradley takes a shot. It's off the mask of Marson, and the puck goes down into the neutral zone. Lefebvre will be the first one on that.
This Trapper team can score. They've shown it 5 goals, 6 goals, and 7 goals in 3 games so far this year. I know it was against the against the same team, but they can strike and they can strike quick. And I think the key is sometimes the way I like to talk about it is it's breaking the seal. Once the Trappers break the seal, that's when they can start scoring in bunches. And this team is very dangerous and has a lot of talented, skilled forwards. So it won't take too long if they get their wheels rolling.
No, and it looked like they were off to a fast start here, but again, Marson doing his best to channel Dominic Hasek, as now there's going to be a penalty to Lefebvre. So North Bay will find themselves back on the man advantage. Sudbury 1 for 2 in the game, but Marson doing his best to channel Dominic Hasek. And like I said, I've been really impressed with the play of Marson in this game.
For sure, here's a chance for...
Can't get the puck now, as that was Cowell who would have been home free, but it's Campbell with a good stick to keep the puck away from him. Again, on a lot of OHL scouts' radar, and Campbell's done a lot in this game to impress me as well. Skating in now. Again, Chris's player to watch. As the puck, they can't get the puck out, and Sudbury scrambling around for it. Still can't get the puck out. Finally, a secondary chance now, and here goes Gravel on their breakaway. Gravel comes in, takes the shot, and there it is, Chris breaking the seal. Shorthanded, Nate Gravel, the affiliate player from Powassan, playing here Wednesday, scoring a goal on Saturday.
Now, great, nice play by Nate Gravel, and anticipating. That's always the risk. Campbell, they have having a forward on the point on the power play sometimes can be risky, and Trappers were able to take advantage of it.
Looking really good, and every bit the player that the general manager of the Powassan Voodoos felt confident enough in affiliating with. Hey, a little plug there.
I'll take it.
Knocked in, and they can't get it past Makasoff. And now Sudbury still on the man advantage for another minute 15. McCullough, the first goal scorer of the game for Sudbury, tried to get that one in by himself. Bell, 3 points on the game, takes a shot. Perkart stops that one. And now it's Sudbury rubbed off the puck in the corner. And Russo through the neutral zone. North Bay really doing a good job being aggressive on this one as Russo's taken down by Bell. Really trying to bring the offense to Sudbury and keep it away from their zone with Sudbury having the man advantage though. North Bay losing the puck to Sudbury. Sudbury skating around behind the net.
Good job by Jacob McGill using that size to his advantage. A big defenseman.
Yeah, this is my first time seeing McGill in this game, or in this league this year, as he didn't play the 2 games against the U18 Nickel Capitals. McGill loses the handle on it and coming out front. The Perkart with the save. And now it's
really nice
out of the
play
zone.
there by Aiden Thomason. Not wasting any time getting that puck out of the zone.
Puck back in. Lebrecht, 2 seconds left, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Lebrecht dumps that one in, and Thomason goes here. We'll give you a score update of the Nipissing Lakers after this as well. And the puck goes back in the zone, and McGill's just going to send that one the length of the ice, so that will be icing, or rather not. It is waved off. Lakers have beaten us through the second period. And there's a big hit in the zone, but it'll clear up some chance now for the Trappers. And Russo continuing to be snake bitten, it seems, this year. Just missed the net slightly. Puck coming back to the blue line. Marson kicked that one aside. Now bodies tumbling everywhere all over the ice. And Russo picks it back up in the neutral zone. Up to Bradley. Bradley tried a nifty move. He couldn't get the handle on it as well. And now it's back out to Cowell. And now there's a penalty coming as Russo touches up the puck on that one. So the Trappers are going to go back to the penalty kill. And as mentioned, in North Bay Memorial Gardens right now, the Nipissing Lady Lakers are losing 1-0 after 2 periods of play. Still 1-0 for the Powassan Voodooes up in Hearst, though.
In that tough barn in Hearst for sure. Claude Leroux Center.
Yeah.
I don't know how long it's going to take for it to be changed, or if it could be to the Claude Giroux Center.
My question was, would they be changing the jersey colors?
To potentially Senator Black?
Yeah, and it looks like, at least what I saw, it wasn't really orange anymore. They were kind of red. As the shot comes in, Perkart tried to cover that one up, but the puck's knocked aside. As Claude Giroux, as many know, the owner of the Hearst Lumberjacks.
Good effort there by Thomason with that active stick.
Perkart kicks that one away. Secondary chance coming in. And Perkart stops that one, but it's back into the net. Or rather, Sudbury was celebrating like it was, and the referee right on top of it called that one off. But yeah, in the one game I've seen of Hearst this year, it did look like it was red, but I mean, they used to be Philadelphia Flyers colors, so that was. I asked when he got traded to Florida if they were going to change the Florida colors at that point, but they didn't do it that quick that time. So.
And ironically, Timmins Rock have somewhat Florida Panther jerseys this year.
Timmins, that'll be your opponent tomorrow for the Powassan Voodooes, and that's always a tough game. The Rock versus Voodooes, a big rivalry game. And, head coach Peter Goulet going through his first trip in the north with the Voodooes in a 3-on-3. And that's always a tough trip, especially because, it's 3-on-3 and they're northern teams, but they're not neighbors except for Cochrane and Timmins, really. Hearst is still a ways out there. Lefebvre skates the puck in, tries to chip it by, but Cowell gets it and takes the shot.
And a nice shot by Caden Cowell.
Yeah, and Marson stopping that one again. Sudbury still at the man advantage with a minute 10, 3-1 for Sudbury. But yeah, I mean, Hearst is still about 2 hours away from Cochrane and Timmins, so I mean, that's still a drive and a bit for your guys, right? I'm sure have you ever gone on the trip yourself?
I've been on a portion of the trip. I've been in Timmins on the back end of it, but I have not been on the front end in Hearst and in Cochrane before.
Cochrane's a nice rink, I'll give it that.
Yeah, Tim Hortons Community Center.
Yeah. Because when you're stuck working in Cochrane, the only thing you have to look forward to is going to a crunch game. Carriere trying to knock the puck out. He does. Another big hit there by Boyes as he knocks down his man in the neutral zone. And now the puck comes in. And North Bay back on the defensive side with 37 seconds left on the man advantage. Sudbury coming away with it. Lebrecht loses the handle on it, and it goes back out to the neutral zone.
Nice play by Curry there. Josh Curry, he had a hat trick in one of the games, was the leading scorer in the tournament for the Trappers in getting those 3 goals in the third, in their final round robin game.
It looked really good against the U18 Nickel Capitals, too, in that game that you and I called on the Sunday a couple of weekends ago.
He scored the nicest looking goal, I think, on the ice in that game.
Not to be confused with the Josh Curry recently traded to the Kingston Frontenacs in the OHL from the Windsor Spitfires from former North Bay Battalion. Sent down the ice, puck goes wide, and that, because it's no longer the man advantage, goes just wide of the net, so it's icing. And I have to say, with Kyle McDonald being the battalion player and, having 3 goals through 5 games so far on the year, I think it's safe to say North Bay won that trade between them and Windsor on the Kyle McDonald for Josh Curry trade, especially with the trade to Kingston. So I remember asking...
The other trade that they made, Christopoulos is looking pretty good, though.
He's looking very good for sure. Actually, Paul Christopoulos having a good start to his season as well here in North Bay, but he's a defenseman. As Dawson chases after the puck, back out front, he can't quite get it to go to Gravel, the goal scorer so far for North Bay. Boyes chasing after it. Puts his man into the boards. And now Dawson almost knocked down as well. Back up now is Cardinal. Cardinal sends it down into the North Bay zone. And that'll be Grayson Bradley who goes after it and dumps that one around. Trying to get the puck through. Couple of hits out front. Now Dawson up ice. Tries to leave it for Gravel, who's taken off the puck.
Nice play there on the back check by Vlad. Really nice play.
Vlad doing his part for sure as he dumps his man down on the ice. And that was Gravel who took the big hit from Vlad. And then Perkart made the save. Still 3-1 with 11:14 here left in the second period. But you know what? Those are the types of trades, though. We talk about the Christopoulos deal. Those are the type of trades that you don't really fault a general manager for when a player asks out, right? Like, Alex Christopoulos was looking for a change of scenery, so yeah, it's unfortunate that he had to go, but I don't really look at it as, oh man, Adam really lost that trade, right? It's a little bit tougher when the player wants out, right? So
For sure.
especially in a league like the OHL. But in the situation with Josh Curry compared to Kyle McDonald, I'll take Kyle McDonald every day of the week. Shot comes in, Burkhart blocks that one aside, rebound goes wide of the net, and Campbell's the first one on that one. North Bay looking to get the puck back up, and they can as Russo now has the puck over to Cowell. Cowell dumps that one in, chases after it. And it's going to be Boyes who tries to get a handle on that one, but he's taking it into the boards. Russo tries to skate it in. Another affiliate player of the Powassan Voodoos. And it's back out to Cowell. Cowell tries to knock that one in. Russo, the captain, sends that one in, and Boyes takes the shot. It goes wide of the net. Cowell takes his man to the boards. Sudbury's going to get the puck back again, and Campbell goes up ice. McCullough takes the shot. It goes wide. Russo now gets it up, and that's Cowell who's going after it, but it'll go for icing. Although in this league, there's no tolerance for the hybrid or anything, but Cowell was the first man back and would have, in the OHL or NOJHL, would have had that one beaten out. 10:03 left in the second period. Sudbury still with a 3-1 lead. And Bertrand coming in for the faceoff for his boys. As we do have a score update from the NOJHL with the Powassan Voodoos as well, but that'll come up here momentarily as Bell takes the puck. And they can't get it out. And finally they do. And Bradley is going to try and get it out front, and they do! And it's a 3-2 hockey game as Nate Gravel with his second of the game. Again, making Chris Dawson look like a genius for making him an affiliate player of the Powassan Voodoos. And what, my goodness, as you mentioned.
It's a really nice play there by Heath Bradley on that pass, and Gravel made no mistake there. So Trappers starting to get their feet underneath them here and getting some momentum, and we've got a brand new hockey game now.
Yeah, it was a 3-goal lead for the Sudbury Nickel Capitals, but now it's just a 1-goal lead. As the puck sent back down into the zone, Vlad picking that one up. And as Dawson trying to get it out front for Cowell. His pass didn't go. As Sudbury picks it back up. And now it's back to Dawson. Trappers just calming things down as they try to get it back up to Dawson, but instead he's knocked down and the puck's going to go into the Sudbury zone. And Sudbury will regroup. Lebrecht picks it up in the neutral zone as that puck rides over Boyes' stick. And now it's going to be Thomason who tries to get that one up, but it's up and over the glass. And as promised, the scoring update in the NOJHL is now a 1-1 game as Hearst has tied it up here in the second period. Not necessarily the news you want to deliver while you're standing next to a general manager of the Powassan Voodoos, but here we are anyways.
Anello and Bradley getting assists on that goal.
And Bradley, what more can you say about that nice feed that he had? Shot comes in. That one's blocked by McGill. And now the Trappers try to chip that one up. And it's going to be Bubbled who goes after it.
He's got an assist on one of the 3 goals tonight.
Battle for the puck as Dubowski comes in for it. He tries to get it up and out, but Curry's going to knock that one back in. He's going to get back to the blue line. Trappers keeping it in. As Boyes comes in with it. Boyes knocked off the puck, but he still somehow manages to get it back before Campbell picks it up, and he's going to get it across ice to his teammates. The Nickel Capitals finally get the puck out. Even though the Trappers never really had possession of it, Sudbury could never really get it out of their zone. Dubowski, 8 minutes left in the second period. Looks up ice, he sends it down into the zone, and McGill goes after it, tries to knock it back down, and it's back into the neutral zone now. Now going in is Cowell. Cowell takes the shot, and it's high and over the net of Marson, and now going the other way is Sudbury. Sudbury takes the shot. Burkhart knocks that one aside with the stick. And Bradley, that's Heath that is, gives it to Grayson. Boys, looking up ice. Back to Cowell. Cowell gets it to Gravel, who scored both goals so far for the Trappers. It's back to Cowell, takes a shot, Gravel takes another chance, and it's just knocked wide of the net. There was daylight, but the Trappers couldn't bury it. Game picking up some action now as both teams are a lot closer than they were at the start of this period, as we'll have a delayed penalty here, going once again to the Trappers. So with 7:06 left in the second, North Bay is going to find themselves down a man, Chris.
Nate Gravel holding his head there. I think he thought that he would have had that empty net there on that chance to get his hat trick there to even things out. So
yeah, Nate Gravel really coming to play here in this second period. That'll be Heath Bradley, who got the nice assist on that Gravel goal. In the box right now for the Trappers for 2 minutes. And now it looks like we're getting the face-off out of the North Bay zone. And in neutral zone. One back to Vlad. He's looked cross ice to Campbell. And the puck's up and off the stick and out of play. And just because North Bay's penalized in this one doesn't mean that they can't score, as they scored their first shorthanded. However, they did give up a power play goal earlier in the game as well. Rousseau, the captain.
Two pretty aggressive forwards out there in Dawson and Rousseau. Rousseau has a shorthanded goal in exhibition play in the NOJHL. He scored a last-minute goal for the Voodoos to send a game into overtime.
He did, and that was a fun game. It was basically these Trappers dressed up as the Voodoos in that game against the French River Rapids. That was a fun game to call. Vlad with the trailer of Dawson looking for the puck. Almost got it from him, but Vlad's able to get it back on his stick and through the neutral zone.
He likes to rush the puck.
He does.
Oh, and he's got a heavy shot there, too. That didn't miss by much.
No, and he had daylight over the glove hand of Perkart. And the puck now almost going right to Dawson.
Anello with a heads-up play. He's done that last year before. Had a game that you called last year off a kick play. Really nice play by Davis Anello, Father Carmen Anello in the stands watching. Sometimes you hear Carmen as well.
Yeah. He was doing the camera work actually in that game.
Oh, that's right, eh? He's
nice,
very passionate hockey dad.
Nice assist for sure in that game and a nice goal. And I'm telling you, Caleb, he's got a goal scoring streak whenever I call games here. So,
well, he's got a goal scoring streak in the league too. He's got a goal in every game so far in the first 3 games. So.
All I'm saying.
Although the Great North U18 site has the Trappers with a loss already, which I believe the error is that the U16 Trappers lost last night. But the site has them with a loss, and they don't have one yet. As of yet, they're 3-0 in regulation time. So
we'll have to get on the horn. In the intermission.
That kind of error never happens in the NOJHL, but errors happen fairly regularly on the Great North site.
Lefebvre killing off the remainder of this penalty with some nifty footwork and nifty stick skills.
Yep.
And we're back to 5-on-5. Bell, who has 3 points already on the night, carries it down. And yeah, it's always fun looking at the NOJHL. They take their stats pretty seriously, and it's always a good league for stats.
It's a nice platform. You know what? There's a platform now that's being used almost, right from the American Hockey League into the OHL and down into, the North American League, CCHL, NOJHL, and it's, really, really efficient and really works well. And now you have the technology to able to put your lines in, and the scouts can go online on RinkNet and see what the lineup is and who's playing with who, and it's very, very well put together.
Very well indeed, and it really helps out us broadcasters with
I usually
keeping
give
up
you the
with
nice depth chart. I can do the Great North one through the platform as well, so try to give you guys a hand when I can.
It is really nice, and we appreciate any and all help. As Vlad tries to skate through 2 trappers and nearly does.
Real good puck moving D.
He's been fun to watch in this one for sure. As the puck's up to Lefebvre, who kicks that one into the zone. Vlad once again on the puck. Tries to hit Dawson, but kind of bounces off him and falls to the ice. As the puck's back.
Hey, they're not backing down.
No,
they're not
aren't.
backing down.
They aren't. They're giving
Give the Sudbury team credit.
North Bay a run for their money so far as Dawson, with some room, skates it in, takes the shot.
Who tried to go 5-hole there.
Maybe fanned a little bit on that shot, so you'll have to work on that one a little bit when you get home.
The ice box, eh?
Yeah. As it's back out to Russo, who gets it over, and it's just knocked in by Anello. But he did have daylight and shot for it, but just didn't get all of it. As Russo nearly knocks that one in on a good stick. That was Navarro who nearly put it in his own net off the stick of Russo. Dawson leaving it for Thomason. It's knocked around by Cowell. And Bradley now with the puck in his zone. He has Urso right on him, not giving him any space. And Bradley does get the puck up the ice though, however. Boys skates it in. No icing on that one as he ran into Heath Bradley on this end. And Cowell out front to Bradley, who takes the shot. It's over the net. And quickly goes for another opportunity, but as he was sliding over, Marson knocked the net off its mooring. Stopped that one. Keeps it a 1-goal lead for the Sudbury Nickel Capitals.
Oh, it looks like there's going to be a power play coming up here.
Yeah, a little bit of rough stuff there.
Perpick is perturbed, it looks like, the way he went off the ice.
Dad jokes, love them. This is why you got to call more games, Chris. 2:57 left here. North Bay once again on the power play, although I have yet to, and hopefully this is jinxing it, yet to see them score a goal on the power play. So if there's any voodoo magic, now would be the time.
Well, they did score a goal on the Dawson with the one-timer in the game.
Oh, yes, that is correct, yes. You're right, I did see the one, yes.
Right off a draw, and a real nice play. Aiden Thomason fed Caleb Dawson with that shot.
You're right, yes, I forgot about that one. Basically, most of the teams that we cover this year, it's rare to see a power play goal for them through all the games we've done. As Lefebvre now is we're going to get another penalty here.
Yeah, this is going to be Anello, I believe, is going to get a hold there, or interference.
So much for that.
So much, it's going to be 4 on 4, you know.
Yes. So much for that. So Sudbury will get a bit of a man advantage here at the end of this 4 on 4. Would love to be able to tell you how much time, but again, we got that wonderful pole that's kind of blocking our view here.
132.
Yeah, looks like we're gonna get 132. So
our very assertive and head on a swivel cameraman helping us with that time.
Yep, Mike Brown, boys, takes a shot. So it'll be a 28 power play by the end of it. North Bay comes out with it. They can't get it as Marson was down and out. Couldn't get that one to go as Boys takes another shot and is blocked away by Marson. Second chance coming in. It's over the net. Cowell leaves it for Boys. He's knocked down of the puck. And the puck rather is knocked out of the zone. And now
Big
Bradley.
hit by Heath Bradley.
Yeah.
He likes to use the body.
For sure. When the fans are this close to the glass, why not? North Bay trying to get the puck out of the zone. Cowell muscled off of it by Carrier. Now Makasoff got the puck up to the neutral zone.
Probably could have hit Cowell. Had a chance there for Cowell on that play instead of the D-to-D pass.
Shot over the over the net of Perkart. Minute 15 left in the period. And the puck is scrummed along the boards. Cowell picking it up. Looks up ice. There's nobody there as it was out of the reach of everyone. And now it's Navarro going the other way. Sudbury getting ready to get their man back out on the ice. And a passing attempt.
Jesse Lefebvre fanned on it. That would have been a clear breakaway for Justin Russo.
Yeah.
You can tell the Trappers are looking for that stretch play. They want to they're getting their players behind, and they want to create that that open breakaway, as you've seen a couple times so far.
And it's there for them, too, as now Sudbury's on the man advantage for another 4 seconds. It's just a matter of timing and getting it down, but now we're going to get another stoppage in play here, as we're going to have to see what the call is on this one. 28.9 seconds left, 3-2
Number 9
Sudbury
looking,
leads.
is he leaning? Oh, I thought he was going to the box. Vlad has had a good game so far.
He has.
Playing a physical game, him and Makasoff so far.
The captain for Sudbury.
28 seconds left here. So they have changed it. I mean, 3-0. Trappers haven't got away from their game plan. They've been more physical, driving the net, moving the puck a little bit quicker, and, give credit to Sudbury. I know they've had a few good chances. I don't know what the discussion is right now. They probably just want us to talk a little bit more, that's all, eh?
Yeah, they're like, hey, they haven't heard enough of Courtney and Chris on the broadcast here tonight. We got to let them talk for a couple of minutes, so.
Oh, and referee Bruce Marietti going to the bench talking to Doug Sanders, who has a banner that he showed us.
Yes.
The Midget D Championships in Powassan.
Yep.
So Doug going back to his hometown of sorts. Originally from Sault Ste. Marie. Doug, you can't say you're from Powassan originally.
Yeah.
So
our producer, Ben Long, might take offense to that.
Not that, hey, it doesn't make him a bad person.
No.
But he grew up in Powassan, or grew up in the Sioux, and now and lived in Powassan, and now calls North Bay home.
So there is a 2-minute penalty against North Bay here. Wondering what the call is. Would love to be able to tell you.
We'll see what that is.
Vlad.
Oh, that's
looking for a tip for Bertrand, and that one just went wide of the net. Sudbury skates it in. Good stick by Dawson, gets that one away, and he dumps it down. 11 seconds left on the clock.
One OHL scout watching number 10 said they really like his awareness, and that was a very smart play for him to realize where he was and use that stick effectively to kind of snuff out that late final seconds of that power play.
I think a much better second period for the Trappers, a much better second period for number 10, Caleb Dawson, as well.
Nate Gravel was the story, though. 2 goals.
Yep. 2 goals to make it 3-2.
The only 2 goals of the period. A big shorthanded goal kind of changed the momentum in favor of the Trappers. So we'll see what happens. Sudbury scored an early power play goal in the first period. We'll see how they do at the end of at the beginning of the third period when they have a minute 31 or less with Jesse Lefebvre in the box.
Yeah, we'll have to get the update on that one for sure. And I have to ask, we're talking about Mr. Doug Sanders a little bit. It's a little chilly in this rink. Do you think his head is really cold in here? It's got to be pretty cold for him in this rink when he.
I think he is fair. I think it was probably a little more heated after the first period. It might be a little.
Yeah, he
might be a little more chill in the second period.
Yeah. Again, 3-2 after 40 minutes of play here. The Sudbury Nickel Capitals U16 team does lead after the 40 minutes. As you mentioned, they'll have a minute 31 or less on the power play. And we'll find out if North Bay is able to tie it or if Sudbury creates some separation on the other side of this.
That next goal is critical, my friend.
And as always, keep your eye on the front line.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay, to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, Or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt. Or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family. I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sukram, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
And we're back inside the Powassan Sportsplex as we get ready for the third period here between the North Bay U18 Trappers and the Sudbury U16 Nickel Capitals. Sudbury leading 3-2. They also have the man advantage at 1:31 left to begin this third period. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Mr. Chris Dawson. And Chris, has been an eventful 40 minutes. First period, Sudbury comes out to a 3-0 lead. Second period, Nate Gravel basically says, all right, boys, I'm going to score 2 here and get us back into it.
Yeah, and he did a great job. A great shorthanded goal to start things off in the second period, just a couple minutes in to make it 3-1, and then he got another nice goal on a real nice feed from Heath Bradley, and now it's a 3-2 hockey game.
Yeah, and a game that Sudbury was hoping to maybe walk away with. North Bay saying not so fast. As we're back underway here, again on the man advantage. Shot
nice
comes
shot
in.
by Dubowski.
Yeah, and Perkart stopping that one in his chest. Stopping that one with 15 seconds into the third period. And he's going to have to stand tall here in this third period, Chris, if North Bay wants to stay in this one.
Yeah, like we said before, at the end of the period, this next goal is going to be a critical one here.
Critical one indeed. As that's up to Gravel. Tries to knock it in. But he couldn't get it past Carrier. Minute left on the man advantage. And again, North Bay not really playing a penalty kill like you usually do, where you're kind of trying to box out your goaltender and keep the puck away. No, they play aggressive here and try to keep the puck in the Sudbury zone the whole time.
And that's a defense. They've got two players in deep, and one of them's in the defender. So
yeah,
definitely so. And Gravel looking to try to get that third goal in this game. He's had a great game so far.
Carrier carrying the puck. Tries to get it up and through the neutral zone, which he does. That's Dubowski now. Leaves it for Bertrand. Back to Carrier, who knocks out one in. And Burkhart, the puck got to him. He kicked that one away before it got back again to him. And he gloved that one down. 25 seconds left now on the too many men on the ice penalty was what we were told. And Jesse Lefebvre has been serving it for the Trappers in this one, Chris.
Yeah, 25 seconds left. And, you know, when that clock gets close, they're going to be looking to make that stretch pass to Jesse.
Yeah.
And see if Jesse would come out with a slap shot breakaway.
He's not afraid to slap one on net for sure. And the puck coming back in again. Speaking of close, 7 seconds left on the man advantage. The puck does get out to the neutral zone for Boys. Boys skates it in. As we're back to 5-on-5 now, and the puck goes back down to Thomason. North Bay looking to go back up ice. The pass just misses Russo's stick. And that'll be an icing call charged against North Bay, so the puck will come all the way back down to the North Bay zone for a faceoff.
One player missing from the Trappers Leonot lineup, and he was tied for the lead in points, and that would be that was one John Couch, who was called up and played a game last night for the Voodoos. He's on the bus with them during that 3-and-3 road swing and got an assist on a goal, a shot from the point, and I think it was the second goal by the Voodoos. So congrats to Johnny in his first game and getting a point in his first game.
Curry goes up the ice, tries to get past the defender, but his stick or the puck got rolled up against a referee, so he couldn't get that one away.
There's Cowell again. He's had a really good game again, buzzing all over the ice.
One of your players to watch at the start of the game. Him and Max Campbell for Sudbury, and Campbell's looked good for Sudbury as well. Caden Cowell for North Bay, your player to watch. Back to Cowell, speak of the devil. Takes the shot, just goes wide of the net. And Sudbury in the transition with some speed takes the shot, breaking the
score.
And that broke the stick of one of the North Bay players, and it came right out front to Sudbury, who had a wide open net as Burkhart didn't anticipate the puck getting through. And now it's a 4-2 hockey game in
Looks
North
like
Bay.
It's Cardinal.
Yeah, Cardinal's likely going to get that one, and looks like it's going to be North Bay who, once again, will have to try and dig themselves out of this hole, Chris. 2-goal deficit. They were down by 3, brought it back to within 1, and now back down by 2 on a bit of a
big
fluky
response
play.
shift for the Trappers here, who really don't want to.
Russo leaves it for Dawson. Gets it up to Lefebvre, who takes a bit of a backhander that nearly handcuffed Marson. But Marson still was able to get enough of it to turn it away.
It's a really strong U16 Sudbury team. They've really impressed me tonight.
They've been very good on all facets of the game, and they are not scared of their older counterparts out there for sure. McGill to Thomason, but instead it's going to be Urso who knocks that one back out front, and Burkhart's going to jump on that one. So just over 3 minutes in, again, Cardinal getting the goal here to put Sudbury back up by 2. And North Bay has some work to do, like you mentioned. Bertrand coming in for the face-off. That's Heath Bradley, who wins it back to his brother Grayson Bradley. Tries to get the puck up, and it's just out of the zone. And Navarro goes after it, but it's Boys who knocks that one down. Boys back to Bradley. Bradley tries to dump it in. Gets it back to Boys. Boys with the backhanded chance. And there's a bit of scrambling going around, but instead Sudbury comes back out with it. McCullough takes the shot. It's knocked aside by Burkhart. And North Bay looking to go up ice for that stretch pass to Boys. And that's going to go for icing as Boys didn't see that one. 16-18 left here in the third period.
Yeah, give credit to Sudbury. They are not intimidated by this Trappers team. They are not backing down from them at all, and they've really played a solid game so far. Jordan Cheechu's got to be very happy with this effort.
For sure, as a shot comes in and nearly handcuffed Burkhart, but it was just tipped wide of the net. Now it's Dawson looking up ice. Him and Lefebvre back to Gravel. Gravel takes the shot. Gravel looking for the hat-trick goal, but it was knocked aside by Marson, and then the rebound was high-sticked away, so that's why we're getting a stoppage in play here.
Nice shot there by Gravel. Looking for that hat trick, him and Dawson, given 5, and a nice drop pass from Dawson. Nice play, Lefebvre. The three of them look really poised there on that rush.
As we see Gravel replace Russo on that top line. Sudbury going the other way, tries to dump it in. Bit of a check there at the North Bay bench. Gets the puck up to Dawson, who just redirects it into the neutral zone, but Sudbury picks it back up. Gravel now knocking that one aside. Lefebvre has the puck, skates it around. The Battalion prospect looks for Dawson on the far side. And Dawson picks it up in the corner, gets it to Gravel. Gravel back over to Dawson, who falls down, makes the play back to Gravel. And Gravel looking for some options. Skates around the face-off dot, leaves it for his defenseman Anello. Anello gets it in deep for Dawson. Dawson looking out front. Nobody was there as the puck goes back down into the North Bay zone for Gravel to go after. Back up to Gravel. He overskates the puck. And the puck's off Anello's cage and back out into the neutral zone, and then they get it back into the North Bay zone.
That's a good shift, good control shift by that top line for the Trappers.
Lefebvre takes the shot. It's wide of Marson's net. And the rebound off the kick plate comes out to Marson, who just gets down on that one and stops that one. And I have to keep saying, I've said it before, but I'll keep saying it. Nick Marson has really impressed me in this game with some of the plays that he's done and just ways that he's able to calm down his Sudbury teammates.
For sure, he's done a great job keeping his team in, especially in the first period. Like you said, even though it was a 3-0 play, Trappers really, controlled the puck for the most part, and Sudbury's capitalized on their chances. And as for Sudbury, they've benefited from a couple things: big saves from Marson and a couple of physical play in front of the net. They're not letting the Trappers walk in, and this isn't going to be easy street in Powassan for the U18 Trappers, and give credit to this U16 team. They've played hard.
Keith Bradley with the puck. He had a nice assist on one of Gravel's goal. Gets it up to Cowell. Takes a sharp angle shot. It's turned away by Marson.
Good job by Makasoff taking him out there, because I think Cowell was originally looking to try to maybe do a net drive, come around the net, but Makasoff being very physical. Really impressed with him. Didn't see that physical play against the U16s, but Courtney, the U16 Trapper team is a lot smaller than this North Bay team, so I'm really impressed with his physicality.
13:40 left in the third period, and they've looked every bit the formidable foe. Definitely a little bit different than that U18 Nickel Capitals that we saw a couple of weeks ago. Big hit along the boards on Russo.
Vlad, who hasn't been afraid to use the body tonight either.
No, Vlad's been very interesting to watch in this one. Russo loses the handle on it for Campbell. Campbell just trying to get the puck up and out. The boys at the line is able to keep it in, but not for long as Sudbury dumps it down. And Boys gets the puck back up to Russo. Russo maybe feeling the effects of that flu that he fought off. As the puck's back into the neutral zone. Now going back to the captain, Russo leaves it for Boys. Takes a shot, it's tipped just on net. And Marson somehow kept that one out.
Wow, nice stop there on the shot there. Even by Josh Curry made a nice play there. And here's a nice play by Campbell.
Campbell with a lot of creativity to try and get it past Anello, but Anello was able to just use his speed to get back into that play as he was down and out almost. But what a play by Campbell for sure. Creativity. And you can see why OHL scouts are very interested in Campbell's play. Gravel trying to muscle his way through now as Bertrand nearly would have been all in all alone, but he couldn't get it going his way. Gravel takes a shot. It's just wide of the net. Gravel scoring both goals for North Bay so far. 12:04 left in the third period. And it's Dawson who goes cross ice to Thomason. Back to Gravel. Lefebvre tries to get it back to Gravel. Loses the handle on it, but Lefebvre picks it back up. Lefebvre behind the net. They have Dawson up in the slot. Gravel tried to feed him, but fanned on the pass. And now he loses the handle on it. And going up ice now is Sudbury. Sudbury loses the handle on it, though, themselves, and now Gravel turns around and tries to go through the neutral zone. Gravel dumps the puck in. Marson thought about playing it, but didn't. And Dawson comes through and skates through the net as he tried to get around it and takes it off its mooring. So we'll get another stoppage and play here with 11:22 left in the third period.
I think trying to catch number 44, Babalo, napping behind the net. So the net has been coming off on kind of a frequent basis here on both sides.
Yep, for sure. As you mentioned, trying to catch him napping is Thomason now. He's going to go off for a penalty after his hit to LeBrecq. So that'll put North Bay back on the penalty kill, and if it's any indication, that doesn't mean that we're not going to see a shortage of chances for North Bay, as they played pretty aggressive the last few penalty kills, Chris.
Yeah, they certainly have, and one power play goal and one shorthanded goal. So one power play for Sudbury and one shorthanded goal by the Trappers. So
Russo out there to take the draw, wins it back to McGill. McGill gets that puck up and down the ice. And now it's going to be Russo in a foot race with Carriere. Russo winning that one out. Now behind the net, looking for some options, tries to wrap around. Marson was tight to his post on that one.
Russo, of course, one of the only two 2005 birth years. So instead of just a 1 year difference where you see most of the U18 Trappers, Russo and Ethan Boys are the 205. So they've got 2 years on these young Sudbury players.
Puck comes in. Perkart tried to glove that one down. He's in and out of his glove, and Lefebvre tried to knock it down the ice but couldn't get it out. Scrum on the far side wall. Sudbury comes away with it. Skates into the middle of the zone. And that was Makasoff. He tried to move there but couldn't get a good shot away. And now Sudbury on the power play. Campbell puts the puck past Perkart on the power play, and we have a 5-2 hockey game as North Bay just tried to claw their way back into this one. Sudbury doing their job trying to put North Bay away. Again, they opened up the 3-0 lead in the first period. North Bay clawed back to within one with 2 in the second. And now Sudbury has 2 of their own in this period to reopen up a 3-goal lead, Chris. Not looking good for the Trappers here.
No, not at all.
Boys looking up ice, misses everyone. But icing is waved off. Pripik goes around, but he loses the handle on it. North Bay has some zone time. Attempting to tip that one in was Gravel. And then a heavy shot coming from Cowell just misses the net. I've been really impressed with the play of a few of these Sudbury players. But Campbell with that goal and the creativity you see of him. Urso skates it in. He just misses the net. Heavy shot there. And now North Bay with a 2-on-1. That's Boys and Cowell. Boys over to Cowell. Cowell takes the shot. And that's Caden Cowell putting North Bay back to within 2. It's 5-3 with 9:30 left on the clock. And some life here for North Bay. And look at that, Chris. Both your players to watch getting goals in this one.
We could play a little bit of "Staying Alive" right now. Would be a good song to be playing right now. The Trappers trying to do something here.
And you know what? They've had their chances now as we get a timeout here, I believe, to the Trappers. But they've had their chances. It's just Marson's been really, really good in standing tall in net for Sudbury.
Yeah, I mean, you go. It's like I said, Sudbury's capitalized on their chances. Perkart has been outplayed by the younger goalie. And you just look at the scoreboard, kind of tells you. I think the shots on goal favor the Trappers. So
heavily, I would say. Heavily.
But the Trappers, they're the bigger, stronger team. They need to box out the. I know there was a power play goal, but they shouldn't get those prime chances in the slot like that.
So we do have a final from North Bay Memorial Gardens. The Nipissing Lakers come out on top with a 2-1 win in
come
overtime.
Back from behind, so 4-0. Congratulations to Darren Turcotte and that great group of young female hockey players who are doing North Bay and Nipissing University proud.
We'll have to see if another comeback is in the making here. Is North Bay getting the most recent goal in this one to claw back it to within 2. They do have the firepower to make it to score goals in bunches, but it's up to the defense to stop a few as well. Sudbury with a chance. Tried to get it out front. It's out to the blue line now, and shot comes in. It's over the net and wide, and we'll get another stoppage in play. 9:03 here left in the third period. And we didn't talk about it, you and I, but I mean Darren Turcotte, Birch Turcotte, both having some ties to the Trappers organization, as they were honored at the home opener for North Bay as well this year. So good to see a little bit of a Trappers tie there as well when it comes to the Nipissing Lakers.
For sure.
As it's up to boys. Cowell tries to dump it out, but instead it's back into the North Bay zone. Anello knocks it up ice, and Cowell, most recent goal scorer, tries to skate it in. He takes the shot. It's blocked in front. Tries to throws the puck out into the slot area, but it's knocked aside, and now it's back into the North Bay zone. Going the other way, Perkart tries to glove that one down, in and out of his glove again. And now Gravel going the other way. Gravel scoring 2 out of the 3 goals here for North Bay. Looking for that hat trick. Cowell.
He's had a couple great chances.
He has. Definitely got a nose for the net. Had a few great chances again. The puck comes in and out again of Perkart's glove. And boys with the puck. He had a couple of great chances against French River too in that game with the Voodoos on Wednesday, I thought. Looking so forward to calling a goal for him in the NOJHL, but Russo.
You've called a goal from Russo in the NOJHL.
I have, yes. As Boys now picks it up. Sends it back in. Again, that was a fun game where it was basically the U18 Trappers versus the French River Rapids. Now he's skating the puck in as Thomason loses the handle on it. Russo falling down as the puck's in the corner, and they slap it around. McGill will be first on that one as he keeps it in. Dumps it back in for Dawson. Dawson behind the net, tried to play it out front, but he hits the back of the net. And now it's down. McGill couldn't stop that one, and it's down the length of the ice. Up the ice now. And that's Vlad who will pick it up. No icing on that one.
It's a good call by the linesman there, recognizing that little interference on Dawson there to get to that puck that would have negated the icing.
Bertrand loses the handle on it. 6:50 left in this period, and now Lefebvre picking up the puck in the neutral zone. Lefebvre takes the shot. It's kicked away by Marson. And North Bay can't get any zone control here. It's back going the other way is Sudbury. Back to Bertrand. Bertrand just turns around. Leaves it for Dawson. Couldn't quite get a handle on it, and Sudbury has control again. Shot coming in from the point, and that was a bit of a weird.
It was. I think it was tipped and went down. Hit him on the bottom of the pad.
There's now Gravel with a bit of a burst of speed. Takes the shot. It's wide of the net. Yeah, Perkart didn't see that one coming at all with the weird tip on that one. And Bradley now trying to find Cowell. And Bradley picks it up, takes the shot, and quickly redirected and out of play off Marson. But yeah, what a strange bounce that one was. And Perkart, that one, no one would have faulted him very much if that one made it past him. But fortunate enough to get the puck to hit him on that one. 6 minutes here left in the third. 5-3 Sudbury leads. Going to overtime with your Voodoos there as well, up in Hearst, as it's still tied at 1. So the Voodoos so far picking up 3 out of a potential 6 points on this road trip, Chris. You got to be happy with that. As the puck's going down the length of the ice for icing.
It's a tough barn, as we found out the hard way in the playoffs last year, losing in 6 to a really good, strong Hearst team.
Knowing the competitive fire, I'm sure it just killed your former head coach Mark LaFleur inside to lose to Hearst. As he used to coach in Hearst, winning a championship up there, having to go through your Powassan Voodoos to do so as well. So as the puck goes up and over and out of play. But again, much like the OHL is a development league, so is the NOJHL, and Coach Mark LaFleur's on to bigger things in the Quebec Major Junior League. So
for sure.
Good luck to him, and the Voodoos are in good hands this year with Mr. Peter Goulet.
He'd like your jersey you're wearing today.
I was going to say, one could argue his choice in teams might not be the greatest. His choice of junior teams, though, pretty solid.
Don't argue with that.
Heath Bradley has the puck. 5.5 minutes left in this third period. He takes the body, falls down. Vlad, another player who's been fun to watch. We'll have to talk about our Dave's Auto 3 stars of the game after this one. And the puck goes back out to Curry, who knocks that one down. Bradley with some speed going up against Navarro. Navarro will be the first one on it. And Bradley takes him into the boards, but Navarro keeps the control of the puck here. Not out of the realm of possibilities, as we mentioned, for North Bay to make the comeback. But with each passing second, it's going to get tighter and tighter. Thomason up the ice. Bell on him. Gets the puck out quickly to Boys. Boys tries to get the puck through, but it's blocked in front. Now Lefebvre tried to make the hit. Sudbury avoiding that one. And now we'll get another stoppage here, as I believe it goes for offside.
Colson Bell. Almost good heads-up play to avoid the hit. Jesse Lefebvre may not be, he may be small in stature, but he can throw some big hits. And Bell avoided one there.
For sure. That would have been the freight train that is Jesse Lefebvre. To McGill now. And the puck comes out to Boys. Boys with some speed. Gets a puck taken off his stick, and now he's going to go off for a penalty here, as he's going to get contact to the head. And that'll be Boys taken down for that one.
Oh, that's going to hurt here. 4:14 left. Trappers in not a good time to be taking a penalty.
No, but they have had some offense on them while being shorthanded, so we'll have to see if that continues here or what. You almost think that it has to when you're down by 2 goals.
See, it's only 2 minutes. You worry ahead contact if it's 4. So Dawson and Gravel out together. They've combined for a shorthanded goal early in the season last year, U16 versus U16. It's Gravel.
Gravel gets the puck down the ice. Dawson chasing Carriere. Knocks Carriere off the puck, but he can't get a handle on it as Sudbury with the extra man comes in. They almost had a chance to go in all alone as well, as the high guy was just past Anello, but Anello stopped that pass attempt. Bertrand carries the puck in, takes the shot, it's wide of the net. Back to Vlad. Another, again, I keep talking about how impressed I've been, and we've talked a lot about Vlad and how impressive he's been. 3:30 left in this third period, 1:18 left on the power play. 5-3 Sudbury leads, and they're just going to, Trappers are just going to send that one down the
I've never seen one that close to the roof without hitting the roof.
Yeah, me neither. That skimmed the roof. If we had instant analysis replay, we might even see it touch the roof, maybe, but still. North Bay gets the puck down and kills some time. 55 seconds left on the man advantage.
One thing we've seen from this team is this Sudbury team can skate.
They can for sure. They do have a lot of speed. Vlad with it to Navarro. North Bay now stopping the puck there in their zone. That's
nice play by Boyce, trying to make sure he's, instead of using a straightaway pass, he uses the boards to make that pass.
Boyce, speaking of, gets the puck, gives it away. Sudbury going the other way, and that's going to be an offside call, as Thomason finishes his man off in the boards there with 23 seconds left on the man advantage. 2:37 left in this third period. 5-3 Sudbury leads. And again, coming up after the game, we'll tell you who our 3 stars are so far. And it looks like Wow, how about that one? Greater Sudbury in the NOJHL taking it to French River 10-0. And it looks like goal update here for the Powassan Voodoos. Mr. Tucker Shields getting the overtime winner here for the Powassan Voodoos over Hearst. So 4 out of 4 points so far up north, Chris. Maybe your Voodoos turning a corner here.
Well, interesting call here by Coach Sanders here with 2:29 left and a man in the box. They pulled the goalie.
McGill. It's up to Russo. Backhand attempt by Lefebvre comes in. And McGill sends it back on net. It's in the back of the net. Russo might have got a piece of it on the tip.
Yeah, we'll hear about that one, but putting a puck on net, good things happen, and there's 2:19 left, and we have a one-goal game, folks. Putting a goal, like we said, traffic in front. What a turn of events there. Jacob McGill.
Looks like McGill will get the goal. It looked like Russo might have gotten a piece of it on the way in, which would have helped him out for sure. But either way, you're going to take it with a 5-4 game, and that's the second shorthanded goal of the game as well for North Bay. And now it's going to be an interesting 2 minutes.
A shorthanded empty net goal.
That's true, as it was 5-on-5 at the time. Puck going down the ice. And that's Dawson there with the puck. He skates and takes a shot, and Marson knocks that one aside. Perkart off for the extra attacker. And the puck's back down to McGill. McGill loses the handle on it, and Sudbury just knocks that one wide of the net. North Bay back to possession there, avoiding a scary situation. Russo loses the handle on that one, and the puck goes down back into the North Bay zone. Minute 40 left here of some frantic action. Russo gives it to Dawson. Dawson dumps that one in. And Navarro will go after Lefebvre. Lefebvre with the puck. Turns it around. They leave it in the corner. Looking for some options. Gets back to Bradley, who dekes around Urso. And now it's back to Bradley, who pinches it in. Bradley goes into the center of the ice for Russo. Russo can't get anything going, as Sudbury had about 3 guys on him. Now it's to Cowell. Cowell skates it in. Marson knocks that one aside. Last minute of play here in the third. Dawson takes the shot. It's blocked in front. Puck back to the blue line. Bradley with it.
In the last minute now.
Skates it in, takes the shot. Marson kicks that one aside. 52.2 seconds left on the clock. 5-4 hockey game here at the Powassan Sportsplex. Sudbury leads late. And you know what? A lot of my early hockey knowledge comes from watching some old grainy Don Cherry Rock'em Sock'em VHS cassettes at my stepdad's house. The one thing he always said is, in overtime, throw everything on net. Why not? Why start at overtime? Throw everything on net now. Anello can't keep it in. And North Bay's going to have to get the puck out as he dumps it back in. And now going the other way, Sudbury tries to dump that one down. And they do, but it'll go wide of the net for icing. 34.3 seconds left on the clock now. Sudbury still leads, but I always argue, why wait till overtime to start throwing everything on net, Chris? Especially in moments like this. This is essentially overtime for the Trappers.
For sure. And you saw what happened. You throw pucks to the net. Like Jacob McGill, that wasn't a blast. It was a wrist shot from the point. Went through traffic.
Cowell with possession. Gets it in deep to Russo. Back to Cowell. Cowell has it hop over his stick. He regains possession. Gets it back to Anello at the blue line. He takes the shot. It's blocked by some bodies in front. 19 seconds left on the clock. Sudbury looks to get the puck out, and they do get it out. 12 seconds left on the clock. And now Sudbury gets it down, and that'll about ice it here for the Trappers. No icing call on that one as Boyes knocks it back down quickly. 3 seconds left. And that'll do it here in the Powassan Sportsplex as the North Bay Trappers come up just short with the 5-4 defeat to the Sudbury U16 Nickel Capitals. And that's got to feel good if you're the U16 Nickel Capitals, picking off a tougher, older team, giving them their first loss of the season, Chris. But North Bay doing their part real hard there at the end to really not make sure that Sudbury wasn't able to skate away with an easy victory.
Well, that's certainly, we go back to that power play goal in front. Trappers weren't able to get the puck out in front of the net and a prime scoring chance. I think they had a chance to clear it, and it didn't happen, and it ended up being 5-2. But I guess give credit to the Trappers coming back and making a game of it, but it was just too little too late. And I think there's a bit of shock on the bench in red for the Trappers losing this game tonight.
Not necessarily the greatest way for the Trappers to go out, but again, really turning it on there late. Chris, we do have to go through our Dave's Auto 3 stars of the game. And of course, we don't have 3 stars necessarily picked like we do at the NOJHL or OHL. But who would be the 3 players that you think stood out for you in this one?
Well, I'm going to give third star is going to go to Trappers forward Nate Gravel. He had 2 goals and an assist, and certainly played a big part in getting the Trappers back into this game. Second star is. I got to give one of the guys this player to watch.
Yeah.
I'm going to give to number 77, Max Campbell. I thought that he was really solid. I'm going to give. You know what? I'm going to make a change. I was going to say the goaltender, but they're 4 goals against. I'm going to give the first star to the player from the hometown of Doug Sanders, Sault Ste. Marie's Colson Bell, with 2 goals and an assist. He's our first star.
He looked really good for sure, and that being said, you wouldn't have been wrong to give a star to Nick Marson, so he gets an honorary 4th star in this one, as he looked really good for Sudbury in this one as well.
He let in 4 goals.
He did, yes, that's for sure.
You got to give the 3-point guy. We'll give him the nod. Not that we don't love goalies.
No, we definitely love goalies here on the front line, that's for sure. Chris, what's you're more in tune with the Trappers' schedule, so what's coming up next for the U18 Trappers?
Big nickel tournament next weekend in Sudbury. They start on Thursday, so a couple days of practice and another busy weekend. So, and then weekend after that, they head to Clarkson for an NCAA showcase, which should be interesting. The boys all rushing to get their passports updated so they can go across the border. So that should be an exciting opportunity for a bunch of them as well. So yeah, I mean, they'll not be very thrilled about this game, but you know what? A lesson learned. You can't take anybody too lightly in the Great North U18 League. And like I said, huge credit to Jordan Chichu. This team lost, like I said before, they lost to the U18 team. I believe it was 4-1. North Bay handed 3 pretty, significant victories over the U18. So when you look at the math on things, it shows it doesn't mean a darn thing, does it?
No, it really doesn't. And, well, here's hoping that the Trappers are able to rebound for sure. Should be interesting. We won't see them,
you know what, the only difference we can say about it is, don't disrespect to Mike Perkart, but you have Mike Perkart and you have Mike McIver, 4th-round pick of the battalion, who was outstanding in those 3 wins. You have great goaltending. You win hockey games. No disrespect to Mike Perkart, but I think there's a couple that he would have liked back. Probably only had about 22, 23 shots, and 5 goals on 22, 23 shots isn't going to win you a lot of hockey games.
No, 5 goals against on most nights in general aren't going to win you many hockey games, but unfortunately for the Trappers, again, just falling here a little bit. But again, elsewhere, the Lakers winning in overtime. The Lady Lakers winning in overtime, and the Voodoos winning in overtime. So, good night for North Bay and area sports when it comes to that stuff. The battalion also riding high off a nice victory. I believe it's the first victory in London since the early 2000s as well for the battalion. So, so locally doing pretty good, and North Bay almost eking out one here. Thank you very much again, Chris, for joining me on this one. It's been a blast as always. To get your insight and color commentary on this one. So that'll about do it here at the Powassan Sportsplex. I'm Courtney Kenny, and as always, keep your eye on the front line.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items, or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canador's alumni office. Visit canadorcollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sukram, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Tonight's 3 stars is brought to you by Dave's Automotive Services, 411 Airport Road in North Bay. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect from Dave's. Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay, to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.